Hello and welcome to WTF, where we help you transform food in your kitchen. I'm Janie.
And I'm Roman.
And on this channel, we talk about unique ingredients, techniques, and show you new recipes for your kitchen. Now, today we are doing one of our recipe reviews, and this is a segment where we take someone else's recipes and Roman's going to attempt to do it with not a lot of previous experience, so we can see how the recipes come out, so that if you're giving the recipe a try, you kind of know what it's going to be like. So today we are doing Modernist Cuisine's Paprika-Infused Mozzarella. And I wanted to do this recipe because I was like, it seemed fairly straightforward and
pretty easy.
Yeah, we were just wondering what exactly does infused mozzarella taste like and why do we want to do it? So I'm going to let Roman take it away and walk you step by step through how do you make an infused mozzarella.
Well, I have made mozzarella before, so the process isn't something that's foreign to me. But I've never infused the milk with anything, so this is very interesting to do. I have some milk here, raw milk, with our paprika already infused in it. It's been about a day, and we're just going to go ahead with the process of making the mozzarella.
All right, let's get started.
All right, first thing you want to do is we have some cool water here and some citric acid, and we're just going to mix that into our water, and then we're going to get that into our pan, and then we're going to slowly add in our infused milk. Very important to use raw milk in this process because homogenized milk will not coagulate. And then you just want to mix that in there together, not too violently. All right, so we have our thermometer in the milk mixture. We're going to bring it up to 90 degrees Fahrenheit. You want to do that over a low to medium heat. You don't want to heat it up too quickly, and you kind of want to stir it just occasionally. So not too much, but you just kind of want to keep it moving. Now that we're at 90 degrees, I'm going to turn off the induction. If you're on a stove, you want to pull the pot completely off because there's going to be leftover heat. But since a trusty little control freak does not do that, we're just going to leave it right there. All right, we're going to pull this puppy out. Stick there. All right, now we have our rennet, and we're just going to add that into the mixture, and we're just going to stir it in there for about 10 seconds. I want to make sure I get all of it, so I'm just going to dip my little spoon in there just to make sure that I have all that rennet in there, because it's a really small amount, but you want to make sure to get it all in. All right, after about 10 seconds of stirring, up and down motion, we're going to put a lid on it, and we're going to wait 10 minutes to see how it coagulates.
It's been 10 minutes and we want to do the big reveal about how our cheese is looking. But first, let me remind you to subscribe, ring the bell, hit the notification button so that you can see us do more things like this. If there's a recipe from a chef that you know and love that you want us to review, you're like, I wonder how this is going to turn out, drop that in the comments below, because we like doing other people's recipes. So let us know a recipe you want us to try. All right.
All right.
I want to see what's happening with the cheese.
Let's see what happens. So we've 10 minutes, and we're going to see where we're at. Oh yeah, that looks good.
All right. What are you doing there, Roman?
I'm cutting into the curds. We're cutting some 1-inch cubes. All right. And then we're going to put our thermometer back into the pan, and then we're going to warm this back up to 110 degrees, and we're going to slowly stir it, the curds, while we get it up to that temperature. So now that we're at 110, we're going to turn that off, and we're going to continue stirring it for another 2 to 5 minutes.
All right. How do you know if it's 2 minutes or 5 minutes?
So when you start stirring it, as you go longer, the curds will start to connect themselves. They'll start to form a bigger clump. And I think that's how you know when it's finished. So 2 to 5 minutes sounds just about right.
Okay.
All right, now that we're done stirring it, we are going to pour this into our lined tamis, which is a fine sieve strainer with a little bit of cheesecloth. If you can mind holding that so it doesn't tip over, Janie, thank you.
I got it.
And we're gonna let this drain out for 20 minutes.
Looks like tofu.
Yes, it does. All right.
Right. It's been 20 minutes. We have been patiently waiting for these curds to drain.
Yep.
What's next?
All right, so now that we have our curds drained, we are gonna put these curds into another bowl. We're gonna move this bowl out the way. And over here I have water that is exactly at the temperature that we need, 190 degrees. And we're gonna pour that hot water into this bowl. We're not gonna pour it directly on top of the curds. We're just gonna like pour it to the side.
Okay.
But we do want to make sure that the curds are covered in the water. All right, so let's go ahead and do that.
And before we got on camera, Roman put on 2 pairs of gloves because this is hot water.
Very, very hot water. So please don't burn yourselves at home. Double up. All right, so you let it stand for about 2 minutes and then we'll start working it. All right, it's been 2 minutes and we changed bowls just so you can see exactly what we're doing. I formed the mass and now we're gonna stretch the dough. So you wanna pull that out of there and you wanna stretch it about, well, first we'll just knead it on itself. You wanna stretch it about 2 feet and then you wanna put it back together. And if you find that the dough is hard to stretch, you wanna get it back in that water because that'll help give you stretching power.
I'm really, really curious what this paprika infusion is going to do with the mozzarella.
I'm
you know, it's adding color.
excited
we can
to
all
taste.
see that. It looks really nice. Ooh, I wonder how it tastes.
And we're gonna
How
stretch it
much-
again. And then we're gonna put it back. And you wanna stretch about 3 times.
Okay.
Because anything more than that, and then your mozzarella will start to get really hard. And it's not gonna be as soft. So this is our last stretch. And now we'll start to fold it in on itself and we'll form some balls.
Okay.
And we'll put it right into our holding cell.
Ooh. Now, are these ready to eat, or are there any other steps?
We can eat them right away.
All right. While Roman's finishing stretching, I'm going to go grab us a plate.
All right, let's do it.
So you can get this recipe in the links in the description below directly from the Modernist Cuisine website. Moment of truth. We are going to test these mozzarella balls.
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
All right.
Seems okay.
Seems, yeah. Wow.
It is an interesting flavor.
I have to say, I didn't expect it to have that flavor. It has more, there's more to it than I expected. I didn't think it'd be that delicious.
The biggest thing I'm getting out of this is the smokiness from the smoke.
the paprika,
So it almost
yeah.
feels smoked infused. So that
Yeah.
I think is, to me,
That's
is the
probably
most
what it is
interesting
doing
part.
it.
Otherwise, it tastes like mozzarella. I mean,
Yep.
paprika itself, I don't feel like has a ton of flavor.
Not really.
So mostly, I'm getting this like smoky,
Smokiness,
lingeriness, which is actually really nice.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's really good, to be honest
So
with
the
you.
interesting thing, the more interesting thing part for me is, what else can we possibly infuse
Oh.
in the mozzarella?
That's
so
where-
leave in the comments below what you think could possibly be infused. This would be really good on a pizza, on a sandwich.
Definitely.
Some kind of like, I don't know if I would put it in a
On a
caprese.
caprese, yeah.
Maybe, but definitely on a pizza, definitely in a sandwich. So let us know what you think. Give it a go. Check out the recipes. And until next week, from here to Modernist Pantry Test Kitchen, I'm Janie.
And I'm Roman.